Welcome back to Wax Pro Uncut. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Erica. We're in season 5.
We're in season 5.
Somewhere in there.
I can't believe it, honestly.
I know. What started off as just like kind of a let's try it out thing. And here we are 5 seasons later. Netflix hasn't canceled us.
Well, yeah, right. So what are we talking about today? You had suggested our icebreaker be we each talk about something that we're currently hating at this point in time. So do you want to go first?
Well, I think it should be something we're hating and then something we're loving.
Okay.
But like the list is pretty long for me. So that's the thing.
Are you in a ragey?
No, I'm just very, very aware these days of things that are triggering me.
I could see that.
Yeah.
So if you missed it, Erica's training for a fitness competition. She's living her life in a very intentional, disciplined manner at this point in time.
Yes.
And so I could see how that would be just by default really hard because most people are not doing that. So when you are surrounded by friends, family, you know, the people that you're normally around, if they're not on the same track as you, that would be really hard. For example, you just went on vacation like a couple of times.
Yeah.
And maintained your workout and eating.
Yeah.
And so what was that even like? How did you do it?
Actually, it's a great question.
Just discipline?
I just do it. And that's like just such a generic answer, but that's what I do. I just do it. I don't think about it. I think the more you think about it, the more excuses can come to mind. The emotions can also just like clutter the space. So I just execute. I think obviously being prepared at all times helps with that.
Yeah.
Like there's just no reason why I'm going to fall off my diet because I have all my food with me. But because I'm eating so clean, and I mean literally so clean, and I'm not drinking, I'm not smoking, I'm not doing things that
Will take you off track.
Yeah. And it just kind of, changes your brain chemistry. I am super aware of everything, like how I feel, how people are acting. I feel like I'm experiencing life almost like for the first time.
You're reborn.
No,
You're a
truly.
brand new baby.
And it's funny because it's been 9 months actually.
Yeah.
So it's like I had a baby. And
Oh,
it's
you
me.
are. You're born.
I'm the baby.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad to be here.
No, it makes sense though. I mean, you're like, it's just a level of clarity I'm sure you haven't ever had before. And you're super hyper aware. The only thing I can relate that back to is when I was pregnant because I was not partaking in any, extracurriculars, drinking. And you just feel, I mean, you're miserable in many ways, but clear-headed in a lot of others. And you see people differently. It's like you have a different lens on the camera. And so it's very sobering.
It is. And there's a lot of people I don't like. Sober, to be honest. Like drinking buddies, like I've gone on a few experiences in the last year with like friends where I'm like, it's my drinking friend. And like we would wild out and I'm looking at her sober or him sober and I'm like, damn, you're annoying as hell. Or like,
how did I ever
or
spend
do you
time?
always get that trashy when
Right.
we drink? Like it's mind blowing. And I'm trying not to be judgmental, but it probably sounds that way.
Yeah.
But it's just like watching like a show, honestly, that I used to actually be in.
That
I was
used
the
to star.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
So your show is when? You're mid-August. So how many weeks out are you? 3?
26 days. So
Do you feel ready? Are you ready to rock and roll?
I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm ready to basically, how can I word this? Like, I don't want to say I'm going to get off my regiment. That's not it.
Yeah.
But just like take a breath at the end of it. Like, okay, this is what I've worked for. But yeah, with that comes a lot of stress lately because, I do business coaching on the side. I have this tentative business launch coming up and I'm just like, it needs to happen. It needs to happen because
Your show, you mean?
well, it's going to happen between now and my show, this business launch.
Oh, I see.
So it's just like little things like that where I'm like, oh my God, it's just extra pressure. So once the show is completed, then it won't be so stressful that like, oh my God, this launch is going to interfere with like my show. But enough about the show.
I know, we didn't actually mean to talk about the show, but what things were annoying? And so you didn't even say your annoying thing.
Okay. Things that are like, that I'm hating right now.
Right. Where it's funny, I'm like, we don't say hate. Hate's a mean word.
Yeah.
What's not serving you at this time?
What's not serving me? That's
So bad.
That's better.
I know.
That's way better. I'm going to say right now it's definitely the heat. I mean, that's a given.
Yeah.
It's just so damn hot, and I'm moody, and I'm carrying 25 fucking bags every day, like one for my clothes and one for my food and one for my, it's just so much. I just feel like I'm like Mary Poppins, just
You've
pulling
turned
things
into a
out.
bag lady.
Yeah, I'm a bag lady, and it's raging me. But again, like low calories, low carbs, and the heat all together. And this is all by choice, make no mistake. I live here by choice. I'm doing the show by choice, but it sends you sometimes.
Yeah. Our level of tolerance is you can only take so much. So
Yeah. What about you?
Well, I spent the whole last 2 episodes complaining, so I feel like I don't get to answer this question. Like, I had my time. I complained about Neatos and Squishies and the heat. I recently went to Denver for 2 weeks over the 4th of July, and that was like a wonderful, much-needed reset. And so I feel much better than the last time I was on the podcast. I think I'm just ready for back to routine. Like, my kids are 2 weeks out from going to school, and I'm really ready for that because we just.
So
my
you're
household,
hating your kids.
yeah. My household just operates better when we're on a tighter schedule.
Yeah.
So lessons were learned this summer of how I will move forward next summer, and everyone can hold me accountable that I will be doing things differently. I will sign them up for more camps. I will just swallow the cost. I hope to leave for the entire month of July because it's been just gross, but we had some rain, which then made it humid, and I'm ready for summer to come to a close. I love the fall. The fall is where I thrive. The Halloween is my favorite holiday. And I love Thanksgiving also. We go to Rocky Point, and that's really fun. So I think we've got fun stuff coming up. We just have to get through.
We're almost
we have to get through August.
Right
and
through
then
the
we've
hump.
got our in-person training in Chicago coming up. So that's like, a month out?
Yeah.
What day is it today? The 20?
Today's the 27th.
We're a month out. So that is super exciting. I'm very excited for that. We've done in-person trainings in Phoenix on a much smaller scale. And this one in Chicago, I think, we have more seats available than when we did in Phoenix. And we're selling tickets, and the venue is cool, and I'm excited to go to Chicago. So I'm super excited about the training.
I've never been to Chicago. Have you?
I lived in Chicago when I was in first grade for 1 year. My dad had his radio show there, so we were there for 1 year, but I don't remember it. I mean, I have only been there as a child. I just remember it was very different than Phoenix. I remember our house and like going to school there, but I mean, I was a kid, so no, as an adult, I haven't.
Yeah.
I haven't
Yeah,
been.
me
So I'm
neither,
excited to go.
which is shocking because, I mean,
It's supposed to be a really nice time. Everyone that I've told we're going when we are, they're like, oh, that's perfect because the humidity's starting to die down. And it's like, it's so funny that everywhere else, like really the end of August is rolling into fall for them where we're still full summer.
Yeah.
So it'll be a nice break. So that'll be fun. But today's episode, we're going to talk more about you than about me, which is great. You're in the hot seat.
Yes.
Because, we've discussed on other podcast episodes, our roles are different, and I am in our salon. I own a salon with my husband, and I am a service provider for my main source of income. Erica wears like 25 hats. Erica does a lot of different things, and her real job, as we say, is business coaching. And so she's going to talk a lot about it today. So tell us more about business coaching. And so like if you're at a party and someone asks you, what do you do for work? How do you answer them? Because you do so many things. You just rattle.
I wouldn't
like, how
be
much
at a
time
party.
you have? Oh, right.
You wouldn't. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay.
No.
You meet someone at a coffee shop.
I usually just kind of like dip my toes in to see like how much they
can handle?
They want to know. Yeah. Number one, I sound like a liar when I talk about myself and what I do because it's just too many things. It's like, how is that possible? Like, yes, I am good at all things.
You like have split personality disorder.
Yeah,
and
for
they
real,
each have
for
a
real.
different job. Yeah.
I say I'm in business coaching, and typically they go, "What's business coaching?" And then I say I help business owners become more profitable. And if they keep asking questions around that, then I'll get deeper. And I try not to lead with like, I'm a business coach, I'm an esthetician, I'm a bartender, I'm a certified personal trainer, and I also am co-founder of Wax Pro Academy. Because like, what? So business coaching, like I said, I just kind of dip my toes in, see how it goes from there. And then I go as deep as I guess the conversation allows me to.
Okay. And so then out of all of the things you do, like how do you split your time? Like how much or what percentage of time do you give to each entity? I'm sure it varies week by week. I mean,
it varies day by day. Priorities change every single day. I do work from home, which is super nice, and I design my own schedule. So some days that means I wake up at 5:30 or 6 a.m. and start my, fitness in the morning, get some calls done, some emails done, set myself up for the day. But I work all day long and I love it. It's my lifestyle. Like, but I also do stuff in between. Like, who else can, go to the gym whenever and go take walks whenever and eat whenever and make their own food, and no one's asking me, where are you? What are you doing? I don't have to be anywhere at a certain time. Then my waxing business is inside of my house. So one of my extra rooms I've converted to the wax suite because I used to work at Boss Salon with Rachael, Savage Society. And I decided to bring that in-house because now I get to work my clients in throughout the day as well. So that's how I balance my clients and also my business coaching and Wax Pro. But I mean, I just honestly wake up and I already know generally where I'm going to be putting my time in that day. Like some days are just Wax Pro straight up. And then there's some days or on a Saturday, like, yeah, it sucks, but I have to catch up, my business coaching. It is what it is. So you just do what you got to do.
So tell us more about like, what is business coaching? Like what does that mean?
Yeah. So my specialty is franchise business coaching.
Okay. Specifically for one franchise currently.
Currently,
you've done
yes.
it for multiple. You've done this role for multiple companies.
Yes. So, okay, let me take you back. So it all started in the EWC days, right? So being a successful GM, many other owners, many other managers would straight up just come up to me and be like, what are you doing? Can we come observe your operations? You probably remember it was like a revolving door of other owners sending their GMs or me going out to train their GMs. Because when you have, record-breaking numbers, millions and millions of dollars in revenue at a location that, maybe in contrast, theirs is only doing like $350K.
Yeah, they're like, what's the secret?
Right.
What are you
And
doing?
this is before the days of AI. This is before the days of even Google Meet, right? So like a lot of this had to be done in person. So that's how I got into business coaching. Was once I left European Wax Center, I became a certified personal trainer. I started a bodybuilding business with my ex-husband called Body by Me Athletics. And I had, other franchisees of other brands that eventually talk that go, hey, I heard that you used to be XYZ at this brand. Have you ever considered consulting? And so it started that way, like just on the side, a little bit here, a little bit there. And I would charge like hourly, and then it became Biz Queen Consulting LLC, an official LLC. So I started taking clients that needed help because here's the thing with franchise business owners is most of them buy a franchise because they do not want to spend the time in product development, brand development, marketing. They don't want to figure it out. They want to buy exactly a business in a box. And realistically, 80% of them have no business doing that. And that's what my job is to help them because I have been the operator. I do know how to get a team to perform all the ins and outs that maybe they had no clue what they were biting into. So, they leave corporate America, most of these franchise partners leave corporate America. They have a fat ass 401k. They are pursuing, the corporate dream or the American dream of leaving corporate and finally having their freedom and having their own business. And then they get into a franchise because like, okay, that's less scary and less of a liability. Then they get behind the wheel and they're like, holy shit, I don't know how to drive. And I know how to drive. So that's what business coaching is I show them how to drive.
Okay. Wow.
That was a great analogy.
That was a very good analogy.
I didn't even practice
so profound. Wow.
I didn't even practice.
Okay, so what are the most common problems they are coming to you with? Like, what are the biggest pain points that you see? Obviously, I'm sure it varies based on the needs of each franchisee owner. However, like, if you had to pick like a top one or two, is it like just overall revenue that these people are bringing in? Is it managing people? It's all the above?
I break into 4 different disciplines, essentially. It's people, it's systems, it's communication, and it's culture.
Okay.
All of that, though, if you could get those 4 down, equals revenue.
Okay.
Right? If you could get the right people to do the job, wonderful. Like, you could hire a badass, and they'll figure it out, even without a system. But you're going to lose them at the system if you don't implement some sort of system eventually. Okay, fine. You have the right person and you have the system, great. But you could lose them at the communication aspect, right? If you're not communicating with respect or in the way that they want to hear or the frequency they want to hear. And communication includes training, meetings, the relationship, right? You could lose a good person there. And then ultimately culture is the result of getting the first three things down. But most business owners that I work with don't even know how to find the right people.
So they're stuck before they even start.
Correct. So that would be it, people, and the mindset. Almost every single business owner, as do we, as does everyone, they have major, either just psychological, deep-rooted, inner child, cultural bullshit that they don't realize they're bringing with them into their business. And sometimes I can help them break through, but honestly, sometimes I'm not qualified, and it literally requires therapy.
So at what point should somebody consider hiring a business coach when they're stuck in any one of those things? I mean, I'm sure they don't even realize that they're stuck in those three
I think it's really,
pillars.
it's similar to okay, when did we decide to seek therapists? You just know, you
It's
absolutely
time.
know.
You're your
It's
breaking
time.
point.
Exactly.
I think though business coaching, a lot of people don't even know that it exists or that they would be a candidate for it. Obviously our audience are mostly beauty professionals that are either working on their own or for someone else or in school. But I think it can apply to our industry as well. I mean, we've talked about even just with Wax Pro, should we hire a business coach? And it's so funny, maybe not correlation, but that you are a business coach, and we have even considered hiring a business coach for Wax Pro at points because Erica's I'm too close to it. I can't see it. You need to be able to hire someone and find resources that will help you outside of your own bubble. Sorry, there's something in my eye. But
It's okay.
so you would say you would know when to hire a business coach.
You do know. You're going to make excuses about, oh my gosh, the money and this and that, and you're not ready. You're not ready. If you're using the word that's expensive or I don't have the money, that alone indicates to me that you're not ready for business coaching, because all of it is an investment, period, point blank. Just like we have contracted people that initially what words come out of our mouth is, can we swing this? Can we afford it? Do we want to spend that money? And then we go, you know what? This is an investment in our future. We have to get it done. And it always ends up working out. So if you're talking about money or making excuses, you're not ready, we should highly consider it.
Where would one go to find a business coach? How do you find a business coach?
Yeah. I mean, I like referrals. It's just, again, I'm kind of referencing everything back to therapy, but you look at reviews. I prefer to work with people that other people have also worked with, not just online reviews, but in-person testimonials. It's like finding a personal trainer. It's like finding a massage therapist. You know what you like, your personality type, but sometimes you might need to think outside of the box a little bit. It won't always look the way that you think it will, in terms of your coach, male or female. What industry they come from, their specialty, if it's small business, if it's, corporations, franchising, beauty industry. But you do your due diligence because, again, it's an investment. It's like going to school.
So, okay, waxers or any solo beauty pro, if you're offering a service in the beauty industry and you've gone solo, you are a business owner, whether you like to think of it or not. And so what do you feel like the mindset shift needs to be from an employee to a business owner?
Yeah.
How do you make that shift?
Yeah. It's honestly just the massive responsibility, the discipline. No one's going to hold you accountable to your goals. No one's going to hold you accountable to cleaning your room. No one's going to hold you accountable to literally anything. Whether or not you take inventory is on you. Whether or not you order on time, it's on you. So I do find that correlation with all business owners that they're
the
freedom,
accountability
freedom,
piece.
woo. But the ones that succeed are highly accountable and run it as if, no one's watching or everyone's watching or no one's watching. It doesn't matter. You're going to do the same thing every day, no matter what.
Yeah, that makes sense. So what do you feel like most beauty pros are not prepared for when they go solo?
The financial, responsibility. You're not going to have steady income right off the bat. You're not going to be rolling in the dough. Business ownership does not mean profitability.
No.
It doesn't. And you're going to work your ass off. If you think 9 to 5 was hard, You were rudely mistaken, baby, that entrepreneurship would be easier. You made a post about it.
I know, I was just thinking that. The meme,
Yeah.
it was like, I didn't want to work 9 to 5 anymore, so now I work 24/7.
Right, right.
Like,
And it's
so
the harsh
real.
reality. And it's true because I think back to, one business owner in particular who had worked in corporate America forever. And on coaching calls, he'd be at home just chilling. And I would ask him, like, hey, how's, how many leads you got? How many appointments you got? Where are we at? And he's just like, I'm just really enjoying my family. Like, everything was just, like, so
You're like,
lax.
no.
I mean, I knew from that first conversation with him, like, oh, this guy's in trouble. And sure enough, I mean, he was just laxy-daisy because it's not a vacation. Entrepreneurship's not vacation.
Yeah, that's a lot. So what do you feel like is one of the biggest indicators of if someone's going to make it or not? I mean, you might have already answered that in the accountability question, but
yeah, it's, again,
accountability.
Massive accountability. Like, what words come out of their mouth? Are they saying, well, it's because the marketing sucks. Well, it's because I don't have enough leads. Well, it's because the branding's terrible. I don't have good salespeople.
Excuses.
Good Lord. Like, I can't hear that. I really can't. I'll hear it for a second and then shut them down. And ultimately, that's what makes me a good business coach is like, I'm not going to accept your excuse. I can't. I have a responsibility too. And that's to hold you accountable. So, yeah, it's like that mindset of I have all these excuses or I can't. I mean, I just know from jump that they're not going to do well. But the people that are highly accountable, like I realize that I didn't do my lead generating activities and therefore I now have very little leads. That's a completely different posture than, my marketing sucks. That's why I don't have leads. Right? So that massive accountability.
So at what point do people usually get stuck? Is it very easy, like early on?
Yeah, it's usually, I'm going to say 80% of the time, it's in their first year.
Yeah.
They're like, holy shit, they're adjusting to all the responsibility and that self-accountability I keep talking about. Okay, they don't have as many clients as they dreamed. They're not making the money they thought they were going to be making. They're not generating new business anywhere. Their marketing sucks, all the things, and they're overwhelmed. They're like, oh shit, I've made a mistake. I had a cush job at EWC where I could count on my $1,900 checks every 2 weeks. Right? Yeah, it's that first year. And if they could just break through that, year 2 and 3 have different challenges. But
right. You're
that
like, just
first
hold
one,
on.
yeah. Hold on, sweetheart. But that year 1 is like make it or break it for most.
What are the biggest mindset blocks that people will have? Excuses?
Yeah, the scarcity mindset.
Yeah.
Everything's scarcity. I don't have. Everything's about just, no one ever really talks about abundance. Like, and the ones that do are highly successful, mind you, but they just focus on what they don't have. Fine. You don't have it. What are we doing to get it?
Right. My daughter just walked by with a sign that said, "Can I have a treat?" And she went,
only if we could have one too.
"Oh, yes, abundance of treats in this house."
That's right.
Okay. So, how do people break through? Like how do you push through it and make it then?
Yeah, you wake up one day and you hate your life.
Enough to do something about it?
To take massive action. No, honestly, it's just like that's how I felt with like weight loss. Like,
Yeah.
I woke up one day and I looked in the mirror and I said, "Oh my God,
Like, I cannot do this anymore."
Not a fucking chance.
Yeah.
I can't do it anymore."
Yeah.
But here's the thing is you got to take the action. Like that part's massively important. Like you can't just hate it. You also have to hate it enough to take the action.
Okay, so if you were going to give people one piece of advice of something, like one thing that they could do today to start to move their business forward, what would it be? Like just get organized?
I would say be super crystal clear on what your goal is. You have to have a why.
So figure out your why. That's your first step?
You have to. Everything's reverse engineered from there.
Okay.
If you don't know why you're doing what you're doing, how frustrating is that?
You're just screaming into the void.
You don't have the will. You don't have the, the heart to do what you're doing. And you just kind of twiddle your thumbs around and, kick rocks and stand around. Like, you have to have that drive.
Okay.
And the why could be, a financial outcome. It could be for your children. It could be for, buying a house for your parents. That's mine. That why has to be defined. Your goal has to be defined, and then reverse engineer everything from
back.
there.
So if someone might not be ready to hire a business coach, but they're like, I feel really stuck and I need to get like the wheels turning, how do they begin? Like a massive brain dump of all of the things that they need help with, just getting super organized. Like, where do you start?
Usually people don't know what they need help with, right? They have to-do lists. They have a ton of things to do. So I would do it in two parts. One is, and not in the same session, one is what is my goal? What is my why? And get super, super clear on it. You're going to take that, you're going to feed it into Claude or chat, and you're going to say, everything about your business, who you are, how you got here, here's my why, here's my goal. What are 5 practical phases that you can outline for me to start taking action to work toward that end goal?
Okay.
Second session would be all the to-dos, all that crazy shit that's in your head. Just word vomit it, bam, onto whatever you prefer, a whiteboard, a notebook paper, the notes in your phone. Or like I like to do, voice to text into my AI tools, because that way it's transcribing, and I could just brain dump all the to-dos. From there, prioritize it. Literally red, yellow, green. Red is shit that's like on fire that you absolutely need to tend to. Yellow's like pretty important, upcoming deadlines. And green's like, now that I think about it, they're nice to do, nice to have, but like it's not going to make or break my business. And then turn that into an action plan on how you're going to start tackling these things. So one's like future, and then one is today, the activities.
Well, and I think people, especially right now, are very highly critical of AI and like how much we use it, and maybe replacing like human connection or, the hiring of a business coach of just asking a computer. But I think that it's such a powerful tool to be able to at least just get your thoughts organized.
Yeah.
Like, you obviously still need to use your own brain and your best judgment and like have a plan forward as a human being of what the next thing looks like. But to take the pressure off and at least just have an outline of like, maybe it will bring something up that you hadn't thought about doing and get you in an organized enough manner that you're not so overwhelmed that you can start to move forward. So
yeah. And the thing with AI is like, it's not going anywhere.
No.
Make no mistake. It's here. It's here more than you realize. It's here. It's been here, by the way. What do you think algorithms are? Hello, that's artificial intelligence. Your phone's been learning you your entire life. There is a database around every single person and what we do and our behaviors, etc. So like, it's here. So you either use it and leverage it to make your life better or make money, or you're going to be so lost in the sauce. I mean, business is going to be all AI in the next 6 months. It's already happening.
not waxers.
Not waxers and not the service industry. And
Not the
I was
service
thinking
industry.
about that. I'm like, I'm a hell of a bartender. I could train the hell out of someone. I could wax some buttholes.
Yeah, you can.
Here's the thing.
In that order.
Yeah, in that order. But here's the thing. AI cannot replace the service industry and how people...
They're trying, though. There's the spray tans that'll do it for you, the nails that'll do it for you, but I would still go to a person.
But people want to buy from people.
Yes.
People make other people feel things. AI can't do that.
Yeah.
At least not yet.
Okay, so when you are leading these people, encouraging these people, coaching these people, guiding these people, like, what is the difference, or how do you balance honesty with encouragement? Like, do some of these people just need tough love and you need to like kick their ass, and others you have to coddle? It varies person to person.
Well, I mean, think about your kids. Like
very,
Bennett versus
very
Penny, right? You've got
Yes.
completely different parenting styles.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, my strength truly in all of my jobs and hats I wear is I'm a people person. So I could sit there and just pick up on their
Exactly
cues.
what they need.
Yeah, exactly. And I also know when to like, lay off a little bit, because I'll lean in as far as I can. I'll push you to the absolute limit. But that's my job, right? Like, think about getting coached in high school. You had a fucking coach in your ear, like, screaming at you and, like, doing drills. And now you got to do suicides because you were 3 minutes late to practice or whatever the hell, right? Like, they shape you to be an athlete, and I shape you to be a good business owner. So I'll push them, and then I'll realize, okay, maybe they're bleeding now. So let's
Some of
pull
them
back.
need their
Here's
back
a Band-Aid,
rubbed.
baby.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, it's just reading them. Everyone needs something different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then leading versus managing, same answer. Like, what is the difference to you in leadership versus management of people?
Management is the system aspect. Anyone could like have
Implement systems
the
to
systems
just like make
and
it run.
checklist, and are you on time, and did you hit quota? But leaders make people feel things. Leaders have the ability to influence others, whereas managers, I've had managers where I'm like, Jesus, no respect for them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's terrible. I'll do what they told me to do because they're the manager or whatever, but leaders will inspire you to do greater things.
And
than
maybe
you do on
demand
your
more
own.
respect. And
For sure.
Yeah.
And I think that's like, if there are any beauty pros that are now employers, that you really, really do some leadership training, because you don't want to be a manager in your business, right? You want to lead these people to be the greatest versions of themselves. And in turn, they make you revenue if they're the greatest versions of themselves, right?
So what lessons did you learn, or are you still learning, I suppose? Because you technically still are corporate America, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, as your business coach?
Yes and no. I mean,
What lessons
it's
from
franchising
corporate?
is not necessarily like a corporate level, because it's small business.
So take it back to then corporate America being EWC, like when you worked for European on the management side, like what lessons still apply from that time?
What lessons still apply? I mean, the people aspect. I learned everything about people there, right? Just genuinely like how to interview people, how to look for qualities in people quickly, like shaking their hand and just feeling out a person. Like, that came from the volume that I experienced, right? I mean, literally, I don't know, 600 to 1,000 maybe interviews. I couldn't even tell you, honestly. It was a long, long time. So it was like the volume that trained me on the people side of things that I apply every single day, for sure. I'm like, when I'm dealing with a complicated personality, whether it's a client of mine or their employee that I'm not dealing with directly, but the client's telling me about, I'm like, I go in my toolbox. I'm like, oh, I dealt with one like that before. And almost all of them come from EWC. Yeah. I've seen this scenario, this crazy shit before. So it's just experience, honestly.
So then would you think that anyone is cut out to be an entrepreneur?
Absolutely not. No way.
What percentage of people do you think?
Less than 10%.
Oh, that low.
Yeah. I mean, think about how many leaders you've had in your life. There's a lot less than people who are not.
That's so true.
Right? Not
Very
everyone's
many
cut
people
out for
have
it.
what it takes.
Well, and then some people do have what it takes, but guess what? They don't want to do it.
And that's also okay. But knowing the difference in,
Absolutely. So
what am I made for?
Most people should not be entrepreneurs. They're just obsessed with like the idea again of
great. Okay,
freedom.
so that was my next question. Do you think that people like over romanticize entrepreneurship?
Absolutely. Like every single day. And
The grass is not greener, baby.
No, it's not.
The
And
grass is
I've
dead and dying.
right. I've had some like franchise owners that, guess what? They file BK, they get the hell out, and they're like, that was so scary. That meme.
Yeah.
It was scary.
Yeah. Ooh,
They're like, why did I do that? It's like the worst
You're like,
mistake
I don't
of
know
their
either. You were
lives.
really bad at that. And then you never see these people again?
Yeah. It's sad. But
Sayonara.
it's just not for all.
Well, okay, so then instantly there's just like a few wrap-up questions and then our episode will be done. But what instantly makes you root for somebody? Like when you're meeting with somebody and coaching someone for the first time, like right off the bat, what like in your heart is like, oh, I'm rooting for them. I hope that they make it.
If they genuinely have the ability to take action, and it's maybe just the scenario that they're in the moment, I get really excited for them. I'm like, yes, you're going to do
They're
this.
coachable.
They're coachable. I also root for people where I'm like setting them up to like go out and apply something, and they're like checking in with me right before, and I'm like, you got this. Like that makes me root for them because again, they're taking action. Just people who are coachable and taking action, like I will always root for them for sure.
And so, okay, what about red flags? Instantly you're like, no, I hate you. I
Back
hope
to
you fail.
excuses. I mean, some of this is just like repetitive because it's literally all the same shit.
Yeah.
Make excuses, be negative, talk about what you don't have, talk about how it's everyone else's fault. You're going to suck. Or here's what I could do. Here's what I have done. Here's where I'd like to be. Can you help me? Like very different postures. And that's just the difference between a winner and a loser.
Is there like one specific phrase that you hear from business owners that just like irks you?
I don't have time.
I don't have time.
Yeah.
Like,
you don't have time because
it's not a priority.
Actually have poor time management. Now, if you come to me and say, Erica, I have very poor time management. Can you help me? That's different than I don't have time. When you say I don't have time, that's like chaotic as hell. Like I already know that you're a freaking mess. And your employees probably think you're a fucking mess. So do you acknowledge that you have a time management problem or not?
That's the first step in this program. You need to acceptance and acknowledgement.
Right.
I mean, it's so true though. It's funny, like the weekends that and I'm not even going to say waste away, because you've got the weekends that are like very social or brunchy or parties or sleeping in or lounging and vegging or rotting on the couch, if you will. And those are good for what they are, right? But if you have I had one a couple weeks ago, a Sunday where I was like the most productive. And I said to Eric, I was like, I swear to God, today had 35 hours in it. Like, It was insane what I got done when you really organize your day and make best use of your time. I'm like, it's amazing what you get done when you don't drink all day on a Sunday.
Right.
Like, really, you can accomplish a lot. So,
Yeah, imagine doing that every single day.
I know.
What
or
your
like
life
waking
would
up
look like.
earlier and prioritizing the things that need to be like ahead of time. So,
Right. And then you just schedule your benders once a quarter.
Right. That's probably best for all.
That's what I'm shooting for. Just one little bender a quarter.
So do you have one last piece of advice for entrepreneurs in general, beauty professionals, maybe anyone that's out there that's feeling stuck or needing guidance in terms of business coaching? What could you leave them with?
Okay. You are what you say and think. So if you're constantly talking about how your business sucks or that you don't have money or that you're worried or whatever, you will truly become that. The tongue is super powerful. What you say, you can never take back. So think about what you're saying and thinking. And guess what? You could change that today. You could literally say, I'm hiring a business coach. I'm going to take control of my life. I'm going to do better. Or just keep stuck in your cyclical,
Vicious
negativity. Yeah.
Cycle.
But I think everyone could break through. I genuinely do. It's just, you got to decide.
Yeah. Well, that's great. And I think perfect time for like shameless plug coming up. I mean, we've got a business course that we're going to launch in the next few months that will help with the systems part of it and get people on track. We're always a resource. If you need help, you can send us a DM. Erica's very, very nice in our DMs. If you have a business question, she's happy to help. So
yeah, if someone's mean in the DMs, it's Rachael. No, just kidding. I'm kidding.
It is not me. Not me. But I think that was a great episode, and I hope really encouraging for people listening if they're maybe feeling stuck in the business sense of things. So thanks for the insight.
Thanks for the questions.
That's it for today's episode of Wax Pros Uncut. I'm Rachael.
I'm Erica. We'll see you soon.